Hey Jordan, last week I asked you about the composure of some of the younger players on the team after going through Boise and seeing what they did. How would you assess how they handled the pressure of such a big game against Boise State? Serious.
Yeah, I think they played really well in the first game, to that magnitude. I think everyone as a collective unit was really proud of everyone, including, the younger guys. And I think it's good for them moving forward this season and for the next year as well.
And Bryce Hamilton was obviously, UNLV's leading player. What is it that he brings to the game, and what is it you're focusing on in taking on the challenge of guarding him?
Just being a really good all-around player, especially at the offensive end, elite scorer. I was watching a couple games this year. Not only does he score now, he's a good distributor from what I've seen. And, he's always been a good player growing up in L.A. He grew up, around the same area. I've seen him play even back towards high school. He's always been a really good player, always respected him. So, really good players. There's a lot of really good players in this league, and so we'll have to be focused and locked in.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks, Paul. We'll go to Jake.
Hey, Jordan, I'm curious to know if there was kind of a seismic change or anything different after you guys lost those back-to-back Utah State games, and then you come on and you guys go on this 10-game win streak. Was there any big change, any big difference, or what do you think is attributed to the 10-game win streak?
Kind of like I said this whole time, we had to be aggressive on offense, our mindset more than anything, attacking downhill. And some of those games at Utah State were close, and we just had a mistake here or there, and I think we just learned from it. And a lot of these games have been close. Nevada and both the Boise State games, and to have all four of those games go our way, I think that speaks volumes to how far we've come.
If you guys are able to take care of business tomorrow night, how big, or Wednesday night, how big do you think momentum is in basketball going into the Mountain West tournament and likely the NCAA tournament? Or do you think good teams are good and momentum's not that big of a deal?
Yeah, I think it just depends on how you're playing. I was watching Baylor play the other day after their 3-week break, and they just didn't look like themselves. So, it just depends like how good you're playing. You can have all the momentum on your side, but if you're not, if you're not good enough, then you're just not good enough. I think the better team wins every game, regardless of the momentum swing. So we just have to keep getting better.
The final question for me, a lot of our chances to meet you come across as very stoic and reserved. I'm curious how fun this season has been for you in entertaining and what you're looking forward to most kind of as the season comes into.
It's fun to win games, and we've won a lot this year, so that's where my fun comes from. There's a lot of hard work that's been put into this year. Especially this year has been extremely hard on, everybody involved. So, it's the fun comes in winning this year. So we just got to keep that going.
Thanks, Jake. We'll go to Brevin.
Hey, Jordan. You think about the winning that you just mentioned. What does it mean that your team was still able to go 9-1 at home in conference play without the fans or without the student section this year?
I guess Viejas was still good to us. Happy to be playing at home. We still feel like we have a home court advantage. Other teams in this conference, they have altitude. We don't have that. We rely on the fans. So to go 9-1, that's good to hear. I think we really locked in after those Utah State games.
Could you imagine what the crowds would have been like, especially the past 2 games playing Boise State?
Yeah, I imagined it. I talked about it to a couple guys. I think everyone heard me talk about, like I was joking around saying, are you guys going to let fans in today, this and that. But I think we all wanted to see what would happen, me personally, just because there was a lot on the line and, our fans support no matter what. But just to have a conference title on the line and to be able to play for that in Viejas, it's something that I haven't experienced. And so I was looking forward to – I definitely let my imagination go wild in my head for that one.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brevin. Let's go to John.
Jordan, is last year at all on your mind with what happened the last time you played UNLV, or is that past this team at this point now that you're playing for a Mountain West title here in 2021?
Well, I think that we still treat them as a very dangerous threat, a very good team, just like they were last year. It's not the same team. Both of us aren't the same teams, but some of the players are still the same, and we're looking forward to playing them. But definitely different year than last year, but we're still locked in and ready to go.
And then just back to senior day, I mean, what was that experience like for you and the four other seniors? You got a chance to start, all five seniors, which was a unique opportunity for the five of you to play at the same time to start a game. What was that overall experience like for you guys?
It was pretty cool. I think, the fans would have brought a different element to it. But I think it was cool to see, Josh in the starting lineup. And, him being rewarded for how hard he's played this year. Really just been everything we needed, guy off the bench. So it was good to see him get that start and play well.
Cool. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Kyle.
Hey, Jordan, you've been through a lot here at San Diego State these past 4 years, and it's all happened with Matt Mitchell at your side. What's it been like having him as a running mate these past 4 years?
It's been pretty cool just to have somebody that's been there. He obviously started all 4 years. Somebody that's really been, in the mix. I think he's scored 10 points or more every year, which is crazy to think about how productive you have to be, how durable. So, he's a guy you can always count on. Free throws at the end. That wasn't just a last game thing. I've seen that throughout his career. So just having a guy you can count on, having a guy our team can count on like that, it always brings you confidence.
And then now that you're both seniors, how have you seen Matt's his game and his leadership evolve and grow throughout this time?
I think he's just become, all-around player. He's always been an all-around guy, but like this year, Dutch said in a press conference that high post pass to Nate late in the game at Boise, just to be able to make that play confidently, trust Nate to go up and finish the way he did. I think that just speaks volumes. And, it's just growth that you'd have to watch all 4 years to really appreciate that.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Kyle. We'll go to Mark.
Jordan, you're
Sorry, Mark. I think we got cut off there. We'll come back to you. Let's go to Lee.
One of the unsung things of the success of this team has been when they go to the bench and you see what Josh brings, what AG brings, what Adam Seiko's bring. Has that been lost in the equation, the physical toughness or the street toughness, or the style seems to change when those warriors come on off the bench?
Yeah, definitely not lost for us. We appreciate those guys. Every guy that you named and everyone that comes off the bench, Lamont as well, Keshad, everyone that stays ready. They're always ready. We count on them just to give us what we need. Energy. It could be energy one game, defense, rebounding, scoring, attacking the basket. You name it. Threes for Adam. He always hits timely ones. So really whatever we need, we can count on him.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee. Let's go back and try Mark again.
Okay, is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Jordan, you're playing for conference title Wednesday, but to get it, you need 2 forfeits. I'm just kind of curious as a player what your perspective is on that. Do you wish you would have played those games? Does it feel weird to get a conference title possibly with 2 forfeits?
Nah, it doesn't feel weird. There's been we handled our business this year. There's been a lot of forfeits all across the country, or just a lot of games canceled. This was a unprecedented year, and we knew anything could happen. So we knew if we handled our business, we'd be where we're supposed to be, and that's where we are right now. So it definitely feels like we're supposed to be here.
And secondly, do you feel like, I mean, you're going to get a play in Thomas and Mack. I know the floor will be different for the conference tournament, but is that a little bit of an added advantage to get in there so close to the conference tournament?
It could be. Definitely never been here before. But, you know, it's a nice arena. Like playing there. And, you know, there's a lot of other events there, you know, USA team. So kind of feels like Vegas in a way. Just, you know, the bigger style arena, you know, kind of a lot of people can come out and see you play. So we like it.